welcome to Miss Annette's little farm in the big city. How are you? I hope you're doing well. It is a crazy day here today because I thought it was going to storm. It was cloudy and there was really big, heavy gray clouds overhead. So I ran outside. I put the chicks back in the garage. Went inside, I had another cup of coffee, and by the time I came back out, the clouds were gone and it's sunny, which is good because I had some things I wanted to get done. Today we're going to get some herbs from the garden, and I'm going to show you some of the things that I do with my herbs. With all of those plans, and I went out and I planted everything, and not everything worked out the way I thought it would. Well, this does not look at all like what I had planned. So in this garden, the things that did come up were the comfrey, the bee balm, the chives, the mint, the sorrel, the parsley, and the chamomile is hanging in there. So those things are doing okay. The sorrel really grew really well, and then it didn't. So I picked plants that kind of like the shade, but I really do think that these trees are just getting denser and denser, and so it's giving me some problems, especially that mulberry tree. Anyway, these plants that I planted over here are partial shade, sun kind of plants, and I didn't get any bee balm blooms, but I just had replanted them. I dug them out from over in the tea garden and planted them over here, and they seem to be really happy because they're really green and bloomy, not blooming, but really green and happy. So I do have herbs planted here. I have some lavender and rosemary. Okay, so the other day I trimmed this back. This is catmint, and I trimmed it back and it's starting to bud again. I know that this basil should have been cut back, but the reason I didn't cut it back is for the bees' sake. And I wanted them to be able to enjoy this. And I see a lot of the little, are those the mason bees? I think those are mason bees, are busy, but I don't see any honeybees over here. And then my borage just flopped over and bloomed and then flopped over, but then I have some here. And it is prickly, you guys. And my sage, beautiful. And this is sage as well, and it came out beautifully too. I see a bee balm trying to grow up there. And then I have my hyssop, which, which is struggling. And then I have some nasturtium left, and the horehound, and dill. Lovely, lovely dill. And my yarrow. And look at this, you guys. My lemongrass. Crazy. Cilantro, and I'm letting it go to seed, so I have some seeds. That is regenerative farming. Letting some things go to seed. My lemongrass, and then my oregano. I might have to move that forward, I think. So I'm not going to harvest from the comfrey. It's the first year for that plant, and I should have been harvesting all summer long, but now that it's late summer, I am going to let it grow and do its thing. I should have been cutting it back all season and cutting the leaves off, but I didn't. So now it's too late because now it's storing all of its energy into the ground for it to come back next year. So I'm just gonna leave it go so I don't stress it since it's a brand new plant. I have my herb basket out, so let's gather some herbs. Smell. So I have some chives and some mint. Oh, the mint. It all smells so good because it's so fresh. It's really hot out here and I'm super sweaty, so let's go inside and make ourselves something to drink. I found this recipe online and I thought I would try it since I had all the ingredients, and I will have the recipe in the description of this video. Thirsty. That's good. It almost tastes like a piece of lemon pastry a little bit. but refreshing. So some of the things that we want to do with our herbs, I want to make a tincture. So I have 80 proof vodka, and I have my lemon balm and my lemongrass. I have a lemon theme going down today, you guys. I should have yellow on. Okay, and it's really super easy to do. This is my jar that I had lemon balm in last year, and I'll have lemon balm in it again this year. You just fill your jar, and I'm not going to put the stems in there. I'm just going to put the leaves in there. And you know how to strip you just go like opposite to strip. And you fill half the jar, and then you put the vodka in. Super simple. Or you can fill it 3/4 full and then vodka. And you can use any alcohol that's 80 proof. Lemon balm. I just love it. It smells so good. You'd think lemon is my favorite flavor, but actually cherry is. Lemon's second favorite. Okay. Now you're going to put this in a dark cupboard for 4 to 6 weeks. You're going to shake it every day. And then you'll strain it and put it in a bottle, and then you can use it. Let's do the lemongrass. I'm not sure. I've never done lemongrass before. We'll be glad to be using this. The lemon balm is to reduce stress and anxiety, insomnia, and you can use it in teas or tinctures, or you can put it in your food. See how I'm twisting this? Anyway, so I think I have room for one more. Just twisting it like this. Yeah. All right. Then all right, the next thing I want to make is some bath salts. So I have some lavender here that we cut, and I am going to destem it. And I know the flowers are the best part, but I'm going to use the leaves because that's what I have. I didn't have very many flowers, and I didn't want to cut them. So I'm doing that, and I'm going to chopped up because I've got the oils. It's releasing all that delicious smelling oil. And then I'm going to mix my salt in here with it. I'm just going to use half a bag. The salt will absorb the scent, the oil, and the scent, and the properties that the lavender will give you a nice, calm, hot bath. And if you want, you can make little you can use a cheesecloth and wrap it in there, and like a bath bomb, so that you don't get all the little stems and leaves in your bath water or down your drain. So you can do that, or you can figure out a different way to do it. But this is how I'm doing it, and I'm going to put it in a special container. Now the next thing I want to make is some chive butter, and that is super simple to make. We're going to chop up our chives very finely. Oh, it smells so good, you guys. And then I'm going to get some of my melted butter. And go ahead and just mix that in with the chives. Now, what's the difference between this and just throwing chives on top of your stuff? Well, I think that because I chopped the chives so their oils are released. And now I have it all mixed up, just real simple like that. And then I'm going to put it in a piece of cellophane and then put it in the fridge. And then I can just cut off a slice and put it on my potatoes. I like it on my baked potatoes. You can just that. It's salted butter, by the way. And I will also dry my herbs, and then I can put them in jars and use them to cook in. So just hang them on my little herb hanger that I made last year, and I will just hang up my herbs and have them for jars later once they dry. One of my favorite things to make with my herbs are these little kind of bouquets, and you can use them as smudges. So I like to use my sage, and then I will put maybe some flowers and some thyme, a little bit of lavender or rosemary. Now I like to use coneflowers because they dry really nicely. And then I just kind of put it all together like this. And I find a string, and it needs to be cotton. There's a lot going on in this video today. Now, a lot of people, their smudges are all enclosed, but I like to make mine like this. And then sometimes what I do with it, if somebody's really ill, I will take one of these and put it by their bed. And if they were to pass, then I will go outside and burn it after they pass. Or I give them to friends and neighbors, and just to smell or just to have. So it's very useful. It's looking like it's going to rain, so I need to wrap this up and put all this stuff away and get the chicks in the garage again and say bye. So we had a lot of stuff going on today, and I am so glad that I could share all of that stuff with you. Thank you so much for stopping by and visiting me here on Miss Annette's Little Farm in the Big City. Try to get outside today if you can. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. And I will see you next time. Bye. Love you. Is it scary? Is it scary to have it so dark this early in the morning? Or this in the afternoon like this? It's scary.